It's showtime at Homestead, Miami.
Andre Baranowskis at the line, steals it in the Indy 250.
Morgan to Baxter's in trouble, there they go. Gordon to the wall, jumps right around.
Side by side on the final lap, coming to the checkered flag.
Steve Morgan, the last lap pass, and the victory in Las Vegas.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 10 in season number 5 of the NOFSRL Turkey Hill Series. We are here at the Talladega SupeerSpeedway for the Chevy Trucks 300. This is a 23-lap event around the biggest, baddest, fastest superspeedway of them all, the Talladega SupeerSpeedway in Talladega, Alabama. And today, Trey Wright, Marty Czekala, and Tristen Allen will have the call for the race here today. So, looking forward to see what they bring to the table. And it's one of the craziest races of the year. And Tristen, you know how it is here at Talladega. They cycle throughout the field. On that final lap of the race, where do you want to be if you want to get the race victory here at Talladega?
I want to be in, well, probably either the second or third row in going into turn 30.
It'll be interesting to see who is in that position. We saw yesterday in the Hers Dash Series race that we had a driver leading the race and someone right behind him, but they didn't peek down on the inside coming to the checkered flag. And of course, we don't need to mention it, but the start-finish line is not in the middle of the tri-oval, so that passing opportunity is there throughout the tri-oval, and we see it used a lot here on Napa Fan and in the NOFSRL. But either way, it's anybody's race. Anyone in this field from 40th starting position all the way on up can win here today. It's a 23-lap event, and a lot of time to work your way from the back to the front here at Talladega. This side lineup in the championship standings after 9 races. Josh King still holds on to the points lead, 274 points towards the championship. His teammate Jacob Hammond is tied with Patrick, or should I say Parker Smith. I just wrote P. Smith again. Can never get it straight. They're both 34 points behind, tied second in the championship. Zachary DeLello, our last winner in the Turkey Hill Series, 48 points behind. And then Carter Friesen, 50 points behind, coming into the 10th race of the season. Get these guys to roll off, give you the starting lineup, and then send it down to Trey Wright, Marty Czekala, and Tristen Allen for the call of today's Turkey Hill Series event from Talladega. It's Alex Bonsignor in the number 75 with the fastest time in qualifying. And it's been a bit of a tough season for this team, but Bonsignor looks to rebound, and a win here could definitely shoot him up in the points and give him some momentum throughout the rest of the season. You got Bobo Jones starting alongside him there in row number 1. Edwin Mendez and Mitchell Collins make up row number 2. Parker Smith and the 32 machine of John Andrews make up row number 3. John Andrews won the Chick-fil-A Cup Series race here last year, so he knows how to get it done here at Talladega. The number 11 of Landon Smith Jr. to the inside of Matthew Brown. Zach Rogers to the inside of Jeremiah Dwayne at the top 10 starting positions here from Talladega. Everyone is rolling off. Guys, have some fun here. You guys are going to do a radio-style broadcast here from Talladega like we did at Daytona, so I hope you guys have fun with it. And I'll give it to you, Trey, to begin the call of this race here, the Chevy Trucks 300 from Talladega.
Thanks, Napa Fan. Boys, it's Talladega. It needs no further introduction from that. This beautiful 2.66-mile raceway here in beautiful Talladega County, Alabama. Guys, who are your picks to win this race? Let's start with you, Marty.
Well, I think it's, you can pretty much pick a name out of a hat, and that could possibly be your winner with Talladega. You know, anything can happen around the 2.66-mile superspeedway. I don't know who to pick, but I know it's going to be a fun one.
What about you, Tristen? Who's your pick to win the race?
Like what Marty said, it's a complete, just random draw, so I'm actually going to pick the driver starting in the 39th position, Igor Breda, to win.
I'm going to do what Marty did. I'm going to pick the field. It is so versatile at Talladega SupeerSpeedway. Anybody can win this race. As we wait for the pace car to pull onto the pit road, they go through the tri-oval. Bonsignor and Jones ready to take the green flag here at Talladega. And like we mentioned before, it is the start-finish line is not in the middle of the tri-oval. It is at the end of the tri-oval. It provided some great finishes here in the past. Let's see if it does now. The flagman has the green flag in the air. He's waving it. We're green from Talladega Superspeedway.
Alex Bonsignor, a good jump going into turn number 1. Let's see if the 73 of Bobo Jones can cut in front of the Arctic Cat Chevy Camaro. That's the 99 of Edwin Mendez as they go off the 33-degree turn, baking down the back straightaway for the first time. Still out in front is the 75 of Bonsignor.
Bonsignor having pretty much the best start you could ask for at Talladega, getting a gap over the rest of the field, but not a gap so that they can easily get to the back bumper, as Edwin Mendez now goes and takes the second spot away from the 73 as the inside lane proceeds to start moving, as we already have 3 wide off of turn 4.
Coming off turn number 4, Mendez on that back bumper of that 75, then move up the racetrack. Mendez going to the outside, and the outside lane, if you don't have a lot of cars, we're seeing with John Andrews, he is going to get shuffled all the way to the back straightaway. This pack. Lap 1 led by Alex Bonsignor.
They were nearly 4 wide going into turn number 1, but a challenge for the race lead. Landon Smith has got that low line working as Bonsignor coming in up top. Here comes as well the 93 of Zach Rogers. Rogers looks to the bombs. He goes for the top spot.
Zach Rogers with the push on the inside, trying to battle side by side with Landon Smith Jr. as they're now going 3 abreast for the 3rd position behind the 2 race leaders, as Zach Rogers will clear the 11 car in the middle of turn 3 and 4.
It looks like the 11 and the 82 are going to get caught in that sucker hole as a 93. He's going to lead the point. Don't look now. 36 of Jeremiah Dwayne. He's going to try and take this. No, he's going to get caught in the sucker hole as well. The 93 car of Zach Rogers, he'll lead lap 2.
Nick Smith looking to get to the inside on Rogers, going for that race lead. He's got that nice push from the 2nd car on the inside line. That's the 37 machine of Logan Williams. Then behind them, you've got Jonathan Logan. Logan tries to look to the inside. Can he get the push he needs from Keyshawn Richardson?
Jonathan Logan still on the inside. Now they're going 3 abreast behind the top 3 as they are single file out in the front here, as Nick Smith continues to just pace the field around Talladega.
Top 3 cars in a single file line. Meanwhile, behind them, you can put all the other 36 cars underneath a blanket here. To the inside is the 37. Can he lead the lap? Gonna be close with the 10. Yes, the 37 of Logan Williams will lead lap number 3.
Williams the leader. The first 2 rows, they are double filed and single file 5th, 6th, and 7th. Then it's 2 and 3 abreast on back. But here comes the Nike car. Noah Clifton to the inside with help from Josh Williamson for the race lead. Down the back straightaway, it's getting good here, Tristen Allen.
Continuing to fan out at the front of the field, as calm as it was the last lap in the lead. Now there are 2 and 3 wide at the front of the pack as Noah Clifton continues to lead over the rest of this massive pack of 3 and 4 wide.
Comes to 35, Jake Rogers. He's going to go to the inside. He's got the 48 of Dylan Young behind him. Young and Rogers, they're going to go to the inside. Can they pass the 46 to lead the lap? It's going to be close once again, and Rogers will lead the lap.
It is an Oklahoma land rush. All drivers in this big pack going into turn number 1. Race leader is Jake Rogers. Nice push from Dylan Young. Those 2 drivers trying to work together. Here comes as well the 96 of Daniel Voiles into this pack.
Voiles shoving Dylan Young down the back straightaway, so they're going 3 wide behind them. Dylan Young now going to dive to the inside for the race's number 1 position through turns 3 and 4. As now having cars behind him.
And you can put all 40 cars under a blanket, and we did not mention in the pre-race show, but there are no pit stops. All action is going to be done on the racetrack. So if you're a good plate racer, you're in luck. As the 87 of Ashlyn Boyd leaps lap number 5.
Man, Daniel Voiles almost thought about going 4 wide in turn 1, which could have caused calamity and a big one at Talladega, but it does not. They are all 3 abreast as they all come off of turn 2. Ashlyn Boyd getting the push he needs from Christopher Alfreby. Going to the front. Here comes as well Jordan Lopez.
Jordan Lopez on the inside, trying to get to the back bumper, as now they're going to go 3 abreast, possibly 4 abreast behind, as it looks like they will get back down to 3 wide, as that's Igor Bretto behind the 23 of Carter Friesen, moving his way up to the top 2nd position.
Josh King in that 41, he had an idea to go 4 wide, but Beretta shut the door on him as a 35, that is the 23, of Carter Friesen. Friesen's going to lead the lap over the 87.
Friesen goes to the point, but now here comes Josh King. He's had a good car all season long. He is up to second spot. And now in third, it's that Xbox machine. Jacob Hammond has entered the top 3. They're single file there. And then they're 3 abreast back from 4th on.
Now they're making a move. There goes Jacob Hammond to the inside for the second spot behind Carter Friesen. The two teammates battle for the 5th position on back. But it is Jacob Hammond having the run on the inside, getting to the back bumper of Carter Friesen off of turn number 4.
We can see how effective and quick the cycle is here at the Talladega Superspeedway as we go through the field. John Andrews, who started off this race on the outside, got stuck on the outside. He's already on that bottom lane looking to get in the top 5. 4 wide. This is going to get close here.
It doesn't really work going into turn number 1, 4 wide. Turn 1 usually calamity corner, but somehow they're all keeping it going for right now. On the bottom there, Seth Cole. They all break that apart, but they're still 4 wide all the way up top. It's Jordan Lopez off of turn 2. Or is something going to happen down the back?
Continuing down the back straightaway, 4 wide, as it looks like they will get it back down to still side by side as the 82 right at the back of the 00, and they will turn them going into turn 3. Heavy hit for the 00 and a few other drivers, as that was a small wreck for most Talladega standards, as everyone did a great job of avoiding that one.
Caution number 1 comes on lap number 8 here in the Chevy Trucks 300. Small 4-car incident in the back of the pack. You see the 46 is involved. Unsure who that is. The 47 of Jacob Hammond, he won the race back. So we saw a little bit of interesting racing as Brandon Mayhew, he is destroyed. Heavy contact, hard hit into the wall on the outside. Along with Noah Clifton, that 46. So definitely some interesting racing. We saw the 00 hook somebody in the pack. Or is that flipped? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what these guys are doing right here. Pace car is trapped along these guys. Unsure if they're waiting for the pace car. Probably is the what's going on. So these guys slowing down, waiting for the pace car. But a little 4-car incident. Tristan, what did you see?
It looked like just Christian Vargas was below the 00, and it was looking like they were going to be able to get back down the 3 wide, but then, if I'm not mistaken, that was Vargas who barely got his nose below the 00 at the last second and just clipped them, and they almost saved it, but once they got to the main banking of turn 3, the 00 just couldn't continue to save it and went up the track into the back.
So a simple 4-car crash here at the Talladega Superspeedway. A little bit of an icebreaker of the Hornet's Nest we've been seeing in this race so far. Let's take a look at a replay to see what happened to bring out the caution in the Chevy Trucks 300. Let's see what the replay. Vargas, he had a gap on the inside, did not take it, as Collins subsequently was coming down on the 82. You can see he's in the transition between a 33-degree banking and the flat surface, so nothing Vargas could really do. Collins was inevitable for the 00 to get turned, but the amount of time that it took, they're already in the apex between 3 and 4 before both cars spun out. And then Brandon Mayhew, an unfortunate bystander, along with Noah Clifton, the 37, and Logan Williams just skating by, and all these guys hanging on. 37, whoa! Oh, Jonathan Logan might have a code brown in that Tag Heuer Toyota. But close call for a lot of these guys. Surprisingly, not many got involved. They went into the right holes at the right time, so nobody could get collaterally collected, as some people say. By some people, I mean me. But a simple 4-car incident. It'll take out a handful of guys, but not a pretty big wreck as we've seen in the past here at the Talladega Superspeedway.
As they just were 4 wide, just barely between the 82 and 00, they just kept being in on each other's sides, couldn't get separated, sent them back into the pack, and took out a few innocent bystanders in that. But like we've said, definitely not the worst that it could have been at a track like Talladega.
Back here at the Talladega Superspeedway, 10 laps of the 23 scheduled distance. As car 47, Jacob Hammond, he's going to have the point, and John Andrews in the American Motorsports 32 car. And as I was mentioning earlier during the extremely quick-paced race, John Andrews, he was stuck on the outside early on in the early going, and he cycled all the way back here. And our pole sitter, Alex Bonsignor, I believe he's in the top 10. Yes, he's in the top 10. As the 02 of Brandon Mayhew, he probably suffered the worst hit. Wasn't even the cause of that incident. So tough break for Brandon Mayhew. He will unfortunately finish last. So coming to the restart here with coming to 13 laps to go in the Chevy Trucks 300. It's still anybody's race. Mayhew in that Xbox Toyota with Andrews in the order of the arrow, Ford behind him. Green flag in the air. We're back to racing here at the Talladega SuperSpeedway.
Ooh, and Hammond did not get a good jump there. The 32 of John Andrews trying to look on the high side. That's a little bit risky. Can he get the help going into turn number 1? Hammond and Andrews still side by side. That's Lathan Strickland in the 88, if I recall correctly, that it is. All going, and company all going with that Xbox Toyota of Jacob Hammond as they all work their way down the back straightaway towards Tristen Allen.
Owen Miles trying to get to the inside of that 88 of Lathan Strickland down the back straightaway, but it looks like Strickland will be able to hold ground in the second spot as the top 4 will continue to be single file. Now top 5 with the 79 of Seth Cole. Continue top 5 single file off of turn 4.
John Andrews once again stuck on that outside line, but he'll probably cycle back as Owen Miles and Lathan Strickland, they fight for the second position. Meanwhile, excuse me, Jacob Hammond leads yet another lap.
Andrews took a risk, fell all the way from second, and now still stuck topside all back to 9th. Left out to dry with no help. Meanwhile, go way back up to the front. It's still Jacob Hammond off of turn 2. Top 3 single file. Look to the inside for second, Tristen.
That is the 52 of Owen Miles. That's the 52 of Owen Miles on the high side of the 79 of Seth Cole as they go side by side. This is what the 47 of Jacob Hammond wants to see. No one contesting him on the inside, just battles for the second spot.
An experienced super speedway racer in both real life and NR 2003. Meanwhile, the Hornets Nest Oklahoma Land Rush known as the Pack is we're going to go 4 wide as Owen Miles gets shuffled back and we're going to get cycled back down to 3 wide.
Miles was the only one all the way on the top side near the outside wall. Let everyone go by and not take a huge risk to be a big wreck. Hammond still the race leader. Cole second. Young is third. And the 2 of Barretto fourth. They're all single file going down the back straightaway.
Everyone's staying single file. Not going to make a move. It will actually be Igor Barretto making the first move for the 3rd position on that 48 of Dylan Young as Seth Cole will just get his nose right up on the back bumper of Hammond, probably trying to set him up off of turn 4.
Igor Barretto, who was Tristen's pick because he started in the 39th position. He's trying to work his way up to the front. Meanwhile, car number 80, Zachary DeLello, he's been having a decent season. He's going to get that draft off the 79 going into 1.
And if you look in the back of the pack, they are 5 rows deep of 3 wide, and ahead of them you've got a single file train happening, led by Hammond still. Cole just being patient for right now down the back straightaway. Would love to get a push from that 80 of Zachary DeLello to the front.
Seth Cole being very patient as they continue to battle behind him. Now it's DeLello in the 3rd position, as it is the 12 of Dale Salzman on the inside. Continuing to stay single file relatively for the top 10 spots off of turn 4.
Hammond, Cole, DeLello, Salzman, car number 9 of Hunter Blade. They were all single file before just now as DeLello moves topside to let Salzman take P3.
9 laps to go here at the Talladega SuperSpeedway. Good side-by-side battle happening. All these drivers are on that low line just said see you later to that 80 of Zachary DeLello. That target car still fading back, but Cole just being patient, still behind leader Jacob Hammond.
Dale Salzman is actually going to make moves. Seth Cole blocks said move. Salzman's going to get below 79 going into turn number 3 as they're now 3 abreast for the top spot through turns 3 and 4. Give the top spot to Dale Salzman off of turn number 4.
Throw 4 wide off the corner. Look out. A little bit of contact with the 22 and the 96. Meanwhile, back up front, Salzman and Blade going to duel for the position. Meanwhile, Seth Cole is going to drop back along with Jacob Hammond, but they were almost contact with
They're
Seth.
still 4 wide for a moment there, Trey. Apologize to interrupt you there, but they keep them all going. If you want to make your way from the back to the front, now's the time to do it. Blade now in the race lead. Here comes the 87 of Absolute Boy to the mound. He's got a push from Dylan Young.
As calm as it was the last couple laps, they are now 2 and 3 wide all the way at the front. Now it is the 48 to the inside. That is Dylan Young as they're 3 abreast for the top 2 rows. He has pushed from the 21 of Ryan Benjamin off of turn number 4.
Benjamin gonna try and get there. He goes to the inside along with Jonathan Logan. Logan with the Code Brown situation in the first accident of the race. Gonna possibly go 4 wide. The 87 got shuffled back. It's gonna get tight, Marty. It's gonna get tight.
Oh, that could change everything right now. Is there for a wide contact there between Jacob Hammond and then Adam Hunter Play, but they keep him going. 3 by 3 by 3. The race leader, Ryan Benjamin. Second spot now, Jonathan Logan. Here comes the 99 as well. That's Edwin Mendez in the picture. There's lap traffic ahead, Tristen.
The lap car going right down the circle hole, but this will change everything as they get into the corner. That's going to hold up the number 12 of Dale Salzman, as this will split the pack in 2. As the top pack will most likely be the drivers who can win this race now off of turn 4.
Mitchell Collins came out of nowhere and split that pack dry. Just as we say that car number 37, Logan Williams, he's going to play a factor in who wins this race. 6 laps to go as I come to the stripe, and the 99 of Edwin Mendez leads it.
It's actually 7 laps to go, I believe. No, you're right, it is 6 laps to go there, Trey. But that second pack's going to need a yellow soon. If they want to change everything, they catch it to the lap car of Logan Williams. Off on turn 2, Mendez gets slowed down by it. Here comes the 96 of Boyles looking for the lead.
Daniel Boyles on the inside, as is again a slow car down the circle hole, going to be holding up a majority of this pack. Daniel Boyles, everyone just barely getting around on the inside, the outside lane dying out, and everyone, this will put them single file for the most part through turns 3 and 4.
And look who... Oh, sorry, Marty. Oh no! Owen Miles blows up! That's a heartbreak for that Popeyes 52 car. Meanwhile, back to the race. Look who is up in the front as the cars get slowed up.
But look ahead, though, there is lap traffic ahead, though, Trey Wright. That is, I believe, the 46. And look at the move by Boyles! All the way to the top side! But he's going to have no help once this pack gets by the lap car of Noah Clifton. He is going to be a man left out to dry. He's pretty much going to be a fly all by himself.
Boyles is gone, but everyone else has drafting partners, led by Lathan Strickland in the 2nd spot, Igor Barreto in the 3rd position, and it's only a matter of time before these guys all catch up to the 96 car.
Boyles has a freight train behind him, and the 88 and Igor Barreto in that 2 car. Look at the momentum shift as Strickland, he is rapidly catching up on the 96.
It shows you what happens though when you get a huge draft on the high side though. 3 wide for a second. That's what Boyles wants to see. He can get back in this draft and still be a key contender for the win. But here comes the 41 of King to the bottom, down the back straightaway.
Josh King on the inside of Daniel Boyles, as it was the 88 of Strickland who led the pack to Boyles, all the way getting shuffled to the back, as is now the 41 and 75 on the inside, trying to position themselves for the race win.
Alex Bonsignor started on pole. He is back in this race. Gonna make it 3 wide, 3 abreast for the top position. Coming to 3 laps to go at the Talladega SuperSpeedway. Bonsignor is gonna try and lead it. 3 laps to go as Bonsignor leads it.
You got about 10, 12 cars under a blanket battling for what could be the race win. Remember, a yellow flag would end the race. Polster, Bonsignor up in the race lead. Jeremiah Drain, he's been quiet all day. He's in 2nd, but here comes Benjamin to the bottom for the runner-up spot.
Ryan Benjamin trying to get to the inside. That's only going to be for 2nd, as it is Bonsignor blocking for the race lead, as now it's going to be 3 abreast possibly. No, Ryan Benjamin slams the door shut on that move, as they will go single file for the top 2 spots for the moment off turn 4.
2 laps to go this time by. Benjamin goes to the inside of 75. He's going to try and slingshot Bonsignor. He's got help on the inside in that Pikachu Mustang that's a white on white car. I'm not entirely sure what number that is, but Ryan Benjamin goes to the point.
That is, I believe that's the 28 machine there of Clark McGee in the 2nd position. But if you want to have a chance to win at Talladega, get to the front now if you're in this lead pack. Benjamin still leading. Will McKee look to the inside down the back straightaway? Yes, he will, Tristen Allen.
McKee on the inside. No real help, though, as Ryan Benjamin could get back down to the bottom. No, he cannot. McKee gets to the bottom of Ryan Benjamin for the top spot. There goes Strickland up into the 2nd spot on the inside line off turn 4.
Coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go here at the Talladega SuperSpeedway as they enter the tri-oval for the 2nd to last time. It is Lathan Strickland in that 88 Baja Blast Camaro. White flag in the air here at the Talladega SuperSpeedway.
Here comes Igor Barreto as well with the 2. He is up to the 2nd position just behind the 88 of Strickland. Boyle's currently right in third. Hammond looking for fourth. Who's going to get the win as they go down the back straightaway? Tristen Allen. It's going to be a good finish to the end.
We're looking to go 3 wide for the second position behind Lathan Strickland. This is exactly what we want to see, them all battling. It is now the 47 of Jacob Hammond, who's going to be the most likely candidate to take the ADA off the top spot through the trioval.
The trial for the final time. Here comes Hammond to the inside. He's going to have Jeremiah Dwayne on his inside. Get out your camera, boys. Never mind. It's going to be the 47 Xbox car of Jacob Hammond winning at Talladega SuperSpeedway. What an amazing race, an amazing finish. Jacob Hammond, who led at the final restart, wins at the Talladega SuperSpeedway by 8/100th of a second over Lathan Strickland. Wow. That was an interesting race.
Good
Trey, you
old
said it right.
Talladega for the Chevy Trucks 300. Jacob Hammond is going to get maximum points in this race as well. He led the most laps. He got the win. And he was second in points coming into this race. He's going to gain on his teammate Josh King for that championship. How about Logan Racing? They've had a solid year so far, and that's the first career win on Napa Fan for Jacob Hammond. A pretty close finish right there, but Hammond made the move entering the tri-oval, and that's what I talked about at the top of the show. If you want to get that race victory and you're running second, just spin it to the left and you'll have that run. You're going to have help. There's just with the pack the way it is, you're going to have someone behind you regardless, and that's what Hammond did to come on with the race victory. Take a look at the rest of the results. A pretty calm race when it came to the wrecks, at least, which was nice to see. We only had that one minor accident that we had earlier on. Owen Miles, a tough break for him. He was running in that lead pack, had a gearbox issue, and the only guy who was knocked out because of an accident was Brandon Mayhew. Not every day you see only one guy get knocked out because of an accident in Talladega, but unfortunately that was the O2 machine. But guys, how about that race? That one was fun near the end. And what do you think we're going to see in tomorrow's Chick-fil-A Cup Series race as well? Because it's going to pretty much be exactly like what we saw here today.
You should expect some fireworks there with those cup physics for this one. A lot of 2 abreast, 3 abreast racing, maybe even 4 wide. You don't know. Anything can happen. They don't race them anywhere like they do at Talladega, to quote the late Barney Hall.
Cup racing here tomorrow is going to be extraordinary. Talladega and Daytona always put on great shows for the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. If you're not doing anything tomorrow, I highly recommend watching this race. It's going to be a good one for the
Mountain Dew Kickstart 500.
I designed that logo. I should know what the race name is.
But yeah, it's going to be noon Eastern time tomorrow right here on Napa Fan for the Mountain Dew Kickstart 500. 38 laps of action in that one. And it's anybody's game when it comes to Talladega. I think we saw that pretty clearly here today. And we look forward to seeing you enjoy some Super Speedway action here in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series tomorrow at noon right here on Napa Fan. But either way, thank you so much to Tristen Allen, especially for him, his first race in quite a long time here on this channel. Great to have you back. Marty Czekala and Trey Wright for calling the race. We'll see you guys tomorrow. And the next race here in the Turkey Hill Series is at Dover. And you might be wondering, why do you go to Dover? It's my home racetrack. I love Dover. I love going to Dover. I can't stand the fact that I can't go to Dover like I was supposed to this coming weekend. But hey, what are you going to do? We might as well have some Dover races here in the NOFSRL, am I right? Jacob Hammond, your race winner here in the Turkey Hill Series at Talladega, and we will see you guys tomorrow for the Chick-fil-A Cup Series from Talladega right here on Napa Fan. On behalf of Tristen, Marty, and Trey, here are the points for the Turkey Hill Series after 10 races, and I will see you guys later.